It just felt like it was meant to be.
I would definitely recommend PLC Sydney.
It's wonderful.
I was really nervous about coming to a new school and a new country and trying to make friends, but as soon as I started in PLC, I knew that I didn't have to worry at all because everyone I've met greeted me with a smile. They were really nice and really friendly. It is definitely a very high academic standard. In PLC Sydney, I'm surrounded by a lot of students who are very dedicated to their learning and work hard. It is definitely a lot easier to be able to concentrate and be motivated to study when you are surrounded by people who strive to do the same.
I feel really safe and supported at the school because I've been to a lot of schools before. I was mainly expecting like really strict teachers because apparently it's a private school and the scores are really good. But when I actually came here, I found out that the teachers were really nice and then they would like really encourage you along the way. They teach mainly by raising your interests and they have a really interesting and engaging teaching style, which is really great.
I think overall it's been a really enriching experience for me. I didn't expect that the community would be as close as we are today. I was able to interact with a lot of girls from a lot of different countries and from different family backgrounds, which I thought was really interesting. We are able to explore a lot of varieties of different things we'd like to do. Not only are we academically doing really well, we've also have a wide range of co-curricular activities.
You could find people that share the same interests and make like really good friends. For example, I do a lot of sports because I like moving around and I feel like it's like a really good way to bond. I'm a really big fan of drama, so I recently just finished the middle years production this year and I just auditioned for the musical.
So it has been about 1 year since I came to Australia. The most thing they helped me with is English. When I first came here, I didn't know that much English. There was this special teacher helping me with other English. She still helps me, and I think she is really helpful.
My name is Joy and I'm kindy.
So she's in kindergarten and she just started gymnastics and she's really liking it.
They've been helpful. I just like it because it's so fun.
PLC Sydney is really committed to creating a positive experience for our overseas students. As someone that came from overseas to study in Australia, I really understand the support that's required for international students, and PLC Sydney does a really great job at providing support for them. We look after all students who are on a visa who come to PLC Sydney. And we also look after the whole family really when they're coming from overseas, especially if they're coming from a country where English is not their first language.
I graduated from PLC Sydney in 2023. I'm currently doing a Bachelor of Arts and Laws at the University of New South Wales. I'd say that if you're an international student coming from anywhere and looking for a top tier kind of education in Australia, I think PLC Sydney should definitely be your first choice. The environment here and the inclusion here is just it's very well done.
PLC Sydney is a great school because it's not just about the education of the child, although that is very important. It's about the whole education of them as a person. PLC Sydney does offer very specific support to overseas students, which a lot of schools don't have. And the school really encourages the girls as well to be growing in their character as well and just doing their best.
The teachers here are very willing to meet girls during recess, lunch, after school. We do have a learning support team. Girls who are living in the boarding house get extra academic support as well.
I'm sending my daughter to PLC Sydney because I had a great experience as an international student. I'm from Hanoi, Vietnam. I was an international student from 2003 to 2007. I always knew I would send my daughter to PLC Sydney.
We accept students who are on a visa from kindergarten until year 11. We have day students as well as boarding students who live on site in our boarding house.
I would highly encourage staying in boarding school when you're in PLC Sydney because it allows the girls to build their confidence. I think PLC Sydney is a really great school and you'd be very happy to send your daughters here.
The teachers and classmates here and all the learning opportunities, like they really support my dream and they help me achieve my goals.
This school is a wonderful place.
PLC Sydney 作为一所学校，绝对是一个非常好的选择，因为它的教学水准很高，还有很多人在你的身边帮助你。作为课外活动呢，你也有很多的选项，如音乐、戏剧、体育等等。我相信你在 PLC Sydney 绝对会有一段非常好的时光的。
我们很热情地欢迎你们来到 PLC Sydney。